The more we allow others to use us, the less respect we ultimately possess. This perspective isn't solely my own. As one wise individual once said, "What you do not acknowledge controls your life." If you suppress feelings of devaluation for an extended period, it is not a sign of kindness or patience, but rather a form of self-deception. Over time, this mindset can lead to resentment, depression, or even physical ailments. This is not merely theory, it is the reality of our lives, where gratitude is often left unspoken and kindness is taken for granted. People frequently exploit your generosity without appreciating it. It's time to stop tolerating such behavior. Kindness should thrive where it is valued. If your generosity goes unrecognized and you persist in giving, you are crossing into a different territory. In this video, I will discuss the strategies that Scorpios may employ if they begin to feel devalued. Let's start with a common stereotype. Scorpio's reputation as the most vindictive sign is not entirely justified. Their desire for revenge is not born out of pettiness. Rather, it stems from a desire for control. If you betray a Scorpio, be prepared for a prolonged period of repercussions. They inflict deep psychological wounds, ensuring that you will remember your mistake for many years, perhaps even for decades. Scorpio's approach to revenge is unique in that it is often directed at those closest to them. They do not need to seek far for their victims. They will use their loved ones to illustrate the pain inflicted upon them. This tactic is known as mirroring. When someone devalues a Scorpio, that person begins to occupy a smaller part of Scorpio's life. Scorpio will reciprocate, treating the other person in the same manner. If you neglect to reach out to a Scorpio, they will cease communication with you. If you show disinterest in their life, they will mirror that disinterest back. Should you treat them with indifference over an extended period, don't be surprised when they no longer value your presence. On the day you decide to devalue a Scorpio, they will attempt to shift the dynamics by becoming your reflection. They will no longer strive to be convenient or adapt to others. Previously, they may have forgiven your rudeness, but now they'll assert, "You don't need to speak to me that way." Through their indifference, they will reveal to you how you shouldn't treat them. Piercing and cold looks. Scorpio's eyes are often regarded as their most expressive feature, especially during moments of displeasure. Without uttering a word, their piercing and icy gazes can convey a multitude of feelings, leaving no room for misinterpretation. Scorpios are masters of nonverbal communication, and their facial expressions can be both intimidating and revealing. A narrowed gaze, raised eyebrows, and unwavering stares signal dissatisfaction and disappointment, serving as a defense mechanism. This nonverbal expression is often more effective than words, enabling them to maintain control of situations and communicate that something is amiss. A harsher tool, manipulation. Scorpios possess the capacity to wield darker tactics in dealing with those who fail to appreciate them. The methods may vary from one Scorpio to another, but they possess an uncanny ability to influence others' opinions, often without even realizing it. However, do not confuse a Scorpio's withdrawal and distancing for an attempt at manipulation. This distance is their way of re-establishing boundaries, indicating that their patience has run out. They think, "Enough." People quickly become aware of their behavior when they find themselves in another's shoes. The strategist within Scorpio. Scorpios are natural strategists equipped with unique emotional insight. Their ability to anticipate others' behaviors and fears aids them in achieving their goals, although it can sometimes lead to manipulation as a means of maintaining control. While they rarely act with malice, This strategy can be wielded against those who disturb the balance in the relationship or elicit distrust. Their strategic acumen serves as both a weapon and a shield against those who begin to undermine their value. In conclusion, understanding the complexities of how Scorpios navigate devaluation is essential. They are not merely vengeful. They are profound individuals navigating their own emotional landscapes, seeking balance, respect, and reciprocity in their relationships. Scorpios can employ a subtle yet highly effective strategy to convey to someone that they are beginning to distance themselves. Gradually, they will fade into the background, avoiding conflict, moral lectures, and length. If they once initiated contact, calling to ask how you're doing, they will now wait for the other person to reach out first. They will no longer act as a supportive shoulder to cry on. If you seek their assistance, they may refuse, and if you try to share an interesting story, they will dismiss it, claiming they're simply not in the mood to listen. Scorpios do not mince words. They communicate directly and candidly. If something displeases them, they won't hesitate to express their opinion. They place a high value on honesty, even when it is delivered in a blunt manner, as it saves time in the long run. However, they cannot tolerate rudeness disguised as honesty. Those who wield the truth as a shield for their boorish behavior rarely impress Scorpios. It's essential to recognize that Scorpio's ruling planet is Mars, the god of war. This association inspires their active lifestyle, constantly filling them with energy. This gives them a light-hearted yet somewhat rebellious personality, along with ambition and competitiveness. When it comes to achieving their goals, Scorpios are persistent, and if you attempt to raise the stakes in a relationship with them, you can be certain they will respond in kind. Scorpios' words can cut like daggers. When they feel devalued, their sharp tongue becomes a potent weapon. With their characteristic wit and intensity, they use sarcasm and pointed remarks to express disappointment. These comments can feel deeply personal and resonate with their strong emotions. Although their words can hurt, Scorpios rarely lash out without provocation. Their sarcasm is often aimed at those they believe have offended or failed to appreciate them. Such harsh remarks serve as a reminder of the seriousness of their emotions and misunderstanding. If you anger a Scorpio, do not attempt to placate them by saying, "Calm down." This will only escalate the situation. In such moments, it's better to allow them the space to express their feelings. Once their emotions have settled, you can discuss the issue at hand. The phrase "calm down" acts as a trigger. Once uttered, the response will likely be immediate and intense. It's important to understand that those born under this sign can be quite emotional, often dramatizing situations. Obsessive control. When a Scorpio's patience reaches its limit, they may strive to regain control over the situation. This desire for control is not always about dominance. Rather, it is a means of coping with the chaos created by those who devalue them. However, their behavior may come across as insistent or demanding. In this way, they seek to punish those they feel have wronged them, attempting to restore equilibrium in their lives. This is not manipulation. It is an effort to re-establish their boundaries where they feel secure. They will persist in this behavior until they achieve that sense of safety. An intriguing question arises. Can a Scorpio completely erase someone from their life? Despite their harsh methods, they often find it challenging to entirely let go of those they hold dear. Scorpios are known for giving second and even third chances. However, you shouldn't count on their kindness or trust in future interactions. Thank you for watching. Please share in the comments how you navigate relationships with those who devalue you.